Did you know that just one type of cheese you eat every week might quietly increase your risk of stroke by up to 80%? It sounds shocking, but this is a scientific fact. Many people over 60 still eat cheese as a harmless habit. But they don't realize that some cheeses are silently damaging their heart, their blood vessels, and even their memory. At the same time, some cheeses that seem simple and ordinary are packed with nutrients that can help you live longer, strengthen your bones, and keep your mind clear. Today's video will show you 4 cheeses that are truly good for your health after 60, and 4 more that you should avoid completely if you care about your future. If you're watching this right now, please share where you're from. Which state or city do you live in? We'd love to hear your story and your background. And if this video is helpful to you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You'll never miss a new video about health nutrition and the power of small choices after 60. Now let's start with number 4. It may look like a familiar cheese, but it's secretly one of the most healing foods for your body. Have you ever heard of aged Gouda? It's not just a tasty cheese. It's a natural healing food made for people over 60. When Gouda is aged for at least 18 months, something powerful happens inside. Proteins begin to break down into smaller particles called peptides. Your body can digest and absorb them more easily. This is especially important for older adults because the digestive system becomes weaker with age. But what makes aged Gouda truly special is a rare nutrient it contains. It's called vitamin K2. Vitamin K2 acts like a traffic director for calcium. Instead of letting calcium build up in your arteries and cause plaque, it guides the calcium to your bones where it belongs. A Japanese study showed that people who get more K2 have 50% less artery calcification, and their bones are much stronger too. Aged Gouda also contains CLA. This is a healthy fat that helps reduce belly fat, support the immune system, and protect against certain cancers. And since it's aged so long, most of the lactose is already gone. That makes it perfect for people who can't normally handle dairy. Even more impressive, aged Gouda is full of postbiotics. These are compounds that come from healthy bacteria. They support your gut, reduce inflammation, and may even improve your mood by helping the gut-brain connection. To get the most benefit from Gouda, eat it at room temperature. Don't eat it cold from the fridge. This brings out the flavor and helps your body absorb more nutrients. The best serving size is about 1 to 1.5 ounces per day. Try eating it with sliced apples or whole grain crackers. The fiber helps your body absorb the nutrients even better. If you used to think cheese was just a snack, aged Gouda might change your mind. It supports your bones, your heart, and your digestion all at once. If you've tried aged Gouda before, write "tried" in the comments. If you haven't, just write "not yet." We'd love to hear what you think. Let's move on to the next cheese. This one comes from Italy. It's been made the same way for 900 years, and it's more than just delicious. It's a nutritional treasure. When people think of Parmesan, they often imagine the powdery kind in a green can. But that's not the real thing. Real Parmesan, or Parmigiano Reggiano, is made in Italy using ancient methods, and it's packed with nutrients that are ideal for older adults. Just 1 ounce of real Parmesan contains around 10 grams of protein. But not just any protein. It's complete protein with all 9 essential amino acids. And because it's aged for 32 months, the protein is already broken down. That makes it easier for your body to absorb, even if your digestion isn't as strong as it used to be. Parmesan is also rich in calcium. 1 ounce gives you about 330 milligrams. That's more than a glass of milk. But the difference is that Parmesan has the right balance of magnesium and phosphorus. That helps your body absorb the calcium better. Studies in Italy found that your body can absorb nearly all the calcium in Parmesan. Meanwhile, calcium from supplements is only absorbed about 30%. This cheese also contains casomorphins. They are natural compounds that may help reduce anxiety and support better sleep. It also has tyrosine, an amino acid that helps your brain make dopamine. That's a chemical that supports mood, memory, and focus. Parmesan is naturally lactose-free thanks to the long aging process. It also contains healthy bacteria that survive digestion and reach your gut, where they do good work. The best way to eat Parmesan is by cutting it into small pieces. Don't grate it. This keeps the special texture and helps keep the nutrients intact. Eat it after meals like they do in Italy. A 1-ounce piece helps with digestion and gives your body clean protein. Add a few drops of aged balsamic vinegar to help your body absorb even more minerals. If you already enjoy Parmesan, write "Love Parmesan" in the comments. If this is your first time learning about the real thing, write "Trying soon." Next, we'll explore a cheese made from raw milk. It's full of living nutrients, natural enzymes, and rich vitamins that can strengthen your immune system after 60. Many older adults feel unsure when they hear the words raw cheese. But grass-fed raw cheddar is different. It's one of the most powerful healing foods for people over 60. This cheese is made from fresh, unpasteurized milk. It comes from cows that graze freely on natural grass. Then it's aged for at least 60 days. This process removes harmful bacteria while keeping the natural enzymes and good bacteria alive. These enzymes help your body digest food better, and they also help your body absorb the nutrients more easily. Pasteurized cheeses don't have these benefits because the heat destroys them. Grass-fed raw cheddar contains much more CLA than regular cheddar, up to 5 times more. CLA is a special healthy fat that fights inflammation, supports your immune system, and may help protect against cancer. This cheese is also rich in vitamins. It has vitamin A in the most usable form called retinol. It supports your eyes, your skin, and your immune health. It also contains vitamin D, which is essential for strong bones and muscle control. Many older adults don't get enough of it. In addition, grass-fed cheddar provides vitamin E and beta-carotene. These are powerful antioxidants that help protect your cells from aging. Most important of all, it contains vitamin K2 in the MK4 form. This helps prevent calcium from building up in your arteries and sends it to your bones instead. But what truly makes raw cheddar stand out is the living bacteria it contains. Unlike regular cheese, it includes many strains of probiotics that support gut health, boost immunity, and even affect your mood. They create short-chain fatty acids like butyrate. These nourish your colon and reduce inflammation throughout your body. To get the most out of raw cheddar, don't heat it. Never cook it above 120 degrees Fahrenheit. That would kill the good bacteria and enzymes. Instead, let it rest at room temperature for 20 to 30 minutes before eating. Pair it with fermented foods like sauerkraut or pickles. This creates a powerful probiotic combination. A serving of 1.5 to 2 ounces is enough to get all the benefits without eating too much saturated fat. If you're curious about raw cheddar, write "raw cheddar" in the comments. If you've already tried it, write "tried it." Now, let's discover a cheese that many believe to be the most complete of all. It's made from milk collected high in the mountains of Switzerland. and it may be the perfect food for keeping your muscles strong and your heart healthy as you age. Authentic Swiss Gruyere is made from raw milk, but not just any milk. It comes from cows that graze on alpine pastures. These cows eat wild grass full of nutrients, and that makes a big difference. The cheese is aged for at least 12 months. During this time, something special happens inside. The bacteria used to make Gruyere create a substance called propionic acid. This compound has been shown to reduce inflammation, lower cholesterol, and even protect against some cancers. These same bacteria also produce large amounts of vitamin B12. That's a nutrient your body needs for energy nerves and red blood cell production. Gruyere has more B12 than most foods. Even more impressive, this cheese contains precursors of glutathione. Glutathione is your body's master antioxidant. It helps you detox, fight illness, and protect your cells from damage. But as we age, we make less of it. Gruyere helps restore your levels naturally. The amino acids in Gruyere, especially cysteine and glycine, are key to this process. They're easy to absorb and act quickly inside the body. This cheese also contains phosphorus, zinc, and selenium. These minerals work together to support your bones, your immune system, and your thyroid. But there's more. Gruyere has a unique protein structure. Thanks to the long aging process, its proteins are already broken down into small units called di- and tripeptides. Your body can absorb these directly. No extra digestion needed. This means you get all the benefits of protein muscle repair, energy tissue building without putting strain on your stomach. A Swiss study showed that older adults who ate Gruyere regularly had better muscle mass than those who got protein from meat. It also contains natural compounds called lactopeptides. These can help lower blood pressure naturally, which is rare for any cheese. To enjoy Gruyere, fully melt it gently into warm soups, not boiling, or eat it with whole grain bread. This helps you absorb more of its vitamins and antioxidants. If you already love Gruyere, type "love Gruyere" in the comments. If you haven't tried it yet, write on my list. Now that you've seen the 4 best cheeses for strong aging, it's time to look at the other side. Some cheeses may seem harmless, but they might be quietly harming your heart, your memory, and your future. They come wrapped in thin plastic, stacked neatly on grocery shelves. Processed cheese slices. They look convenient and familiar, but for people over 60, they're among the worst types of cheese you can eat. The truth is, these slices often contain less than 50% real cheese. The rest is made up of emulsifiers, preservatives, artificial colors, and sodium compounds. And all of it can quietly harm your body. Just 2 slices can contain over 600 milligrams of sodium. That's more than a quarter of your entire daily limit. But this sodium comes in the form of sodium phosphate, a compound linked to accelerated aging, kidney damage, and heart disease. Then there are the emulsifiers like polysorbate 80 and carboxymethyl cellulose. They disturb the good bacteria in your gut. They increase the risk of leaky gut, which can cause inflammation throughout the body. Many processed slices also contain artificial colors like yellow 5 and yellow 6. These have been linked to hyperactivity, allergic reactions, and possibly cancer. To make things worse, the preservatives used to give these slices a long shelf life like sorbic acid and natamycin can interfere with the good bacteria in your gut. They stay in your system and throw off the balance of your microbiome. Even the protein and calcium in these slices aren't very useful. Because of the way they're processed, your body can't absorb them well. And here's something important. Many of these products contain trans fats even when the label says 0 grams. That's because U.S. regulations allow anything under 0.5 grams per serving to be rounded down to 0. But if you eat 2 or 3 slices, those trans fats add up. Trans fats increase bad cholesterol. They raise inflammation. They increase your risk of diabetes, stroke, and heart disease. If you've eaten these slices before, write "had them" in the comments. If you're ready to stop today, type "no more." Let's move on to another product that looks harmless. Cheese spreads in jars. They don't even need refrigeration until opened. But what's inside that jar might surprise you. Cheese spreads that come in jars are often called cheese, but they're filled with more oil, starch, and chemicals than actual dairy. To keep them soft, creamy, and stable on shelves for months or even years, manufacturers load them with processed fats and artificial ingredients. Many contain partially hydrogenated oils. These are artificial trans fats that have been directly linked to heart disease. They're so dangerous that many countries have banned them completely. Even the newer versions that claim to be trans fat-free often use intraesterified fats. These are still under study, but early research suggests they may be just as harmful. Just 2 teaspoons of cheese spread can contain over 500 milligrams of sodium, and most people eat far more than 2 teaspoons. That sodium doesn't only come from salt. It comes from preservatives and flavor enhancers, the kind that make your blood pressure rise and your kidneys work harder. Many brands also contain MSG, or similar chemicals often listed as yeast extract or natural flavoring. For sensitive individuals, these can trigger headaches, heart palpitations, anxiety, or fatigue. To create the look and taste of cheese, artificial colors and flavors are added. These have been linked to allergies, inflammation, and possible nervous system effects. But perhaps the most alarming part, phthalates. These are chemicals that come from the plastic jars themselves. They can leach into the cheese, and once inside your body, they act as hormone disruptors. They've been linked to problems with fertility, metabolism, and even certain cancers. So, what are you really eating? A mix of unhealthy fats, chemical additives, and hormone-disrupting compounds, all with zero nutritional benefit. If you've eaten cheese spreads like this type, write it in the comments. If you've decided to avoid them now, write "goodbye jar." Let's continue with one more cheese that might surprise you. It looks harmless. It comes in a resealable bag. It's pre-shredded. But what's added to those tiny pieces may be doing more harm than you know. Pre-shredded cheese in bags may seem like a time saver. No need to cut or grate. Just open the bag and sprinkle. But the extra ingredients added to keep the cheese from clumping together could quietly be affecting your digestion and your health. To keep the pieces loose, most brands add anti-caking agents like cellulose or potato starch. Cellulose is often made from wood pulp, and while it's not toxic, your body can't digest it. For older adults with sensitive stomachs, this can lead to bloating, gas, or discomfort. Even more concerning, some brands add natamycin, an antifungal preservative. It helps prevent mold, but it's also a broad-spectrum antibiotic. Eating it regularly can upset your gut bacteria, especially the good ones you need to stay healthy. Another issue is quality. The cheese used in pre-shredded bags is often lower grade. It may come from milk with added hormones or antibiotics. And because it's shredded, the surface area is larger. That causes the cheese to oxidize faster, breaking down nutrients and forming harmful byproducts. Pre-shredded cheese also contains higher levels of histamines than block cheese. Histamines can trigger headaches, rashes, digestive problems, and anxiety, especially in sensitive individuals. Worse, the processing involved increases the chance of bacterial contamination. There have been several recalls due to listeria or E. coli in shredded cheese products. So while it seems convenient, you're paying more for a product that's often less nutritious, more processed, and potentially harmful. If you've used shredded cheese from a bag, write, "Used it in the comments." If you're switching to block cheese from now on, write, "Making the change." We've got one more cheese to talk about. It's bold in flavor, rich in color, and often seen as gourmet. But it may be the most dangerous of them all, especially for older adults. Blue cheese, rich, sharp, and full of character. It's one of those cheeses people either love or avoid completely. But if you're over 60, this bold flavored favorite may come with more risks than you realize. The blue veins that give it its name come from Penicillium roqueforti, a type of mold that's added during the cheese-making process. For some, that mold is safe in small amounts, but it can also create compounds that cause serious problems in sensitive individuals. One of those compounds is called tyramine. Tyramine is known to cause sudden spikes in blood pressure. If you're taking MAO inhibitors for depression or Parkinson's disease, eating blue cheese can lead to a hypertensive crisis. That means chest pain, severe headache, or even a trip to the emergency room. But even without medication, the high level of histamines in blue cheese can still be a problem. Blue cheese contains up to 10 times more histamines than most other cheeses. For those who are histamine sensitive, this can lead to headaches, rashes, anxiety, insomnia, or stomach upset. And many people have this sensitivity without knowing it. Another issue. The mold in blue cheese can also produce mycotoxins. These are toxic compounds that can build up in the body over time. Occasional exposure might be fine, but if you eat blue cheese, often the long-term effect can be harmful to your liver, nervous system, and immune health. Some people notice joint pain, fatigue, or brain fog after eating blue cheese, and they never connect it to the cause. Now let's talk about sodium. Just 1 ounce of blue cheese contains over 400 milligrams of salt. That's a lot for one small serving. And because of its strong flavor, people often use more than they realize. It's also high in palmitic acid, a type of saturated fat that's been linked to higher inflammation and worse heart health outcomes. That matters even more after age 60. And here's something you might not expect. Because the taste of blue cheese is so strong it can actually cover up the signs of spoilage. You may not notice when it's gone bad. And eating spoiled blue cheese can lead to serious food poisoning, a real danger for older adults. So while it might taste luxurious, blue cheese carries a heavy load of histamines, inflammatory fats, sodium, and mold toxins, and it offers very little in return. If you've eaten blue cheese before, type, "Had it" in the comments. If you've decided to stop, write, "No more blue." Now that we've explored both sides, the cheeses that build you up and the ones that quietly wear you down, it's time to reflect and take action for your own health. You've just taken a surprising journey, where every slice of cheese can either support your health or quietly harm it. For those of us over 60, our bodies don't process food the way they used to. That's why every small decision, every food we choose, matters more than ever. Today we discovered 4 cheeses that can truly help you live longer, feel stronger, and stay mentally clear. Aged Gouda, rich in vitamin K2, protects your heart and bones. Parmesan Reggiano, packed with absorbable calcium and protein, supports strength and digestion. Grass-fed raw cheddar, filled with enzymes and good bacteria, boosts immunity and reduces inflammation. And Swiss Gruyere, full of antioxidants and easy-to-digest protein, helps maintain muscle and lower blood pressure. We also looked at the other side. 4 types of cheese that can slowly damage your body even when they seem harmless. Processed cheese slices filled with artificial ingredients and hidden trans fats. Jarred cheese spreads loaded with hormone-disrupting chemicals and unhealthy oils. Pre-shredded cheese with anti-caking agents and preservatives that weaken your digestion. And blue cheese, which may trigger inflammation, blood pressure, spikes, and even toxic buildup. Healthy aging doesn't mean giving up the foods you love. It means choosing them with more care, more knowledge, and more love for yourself. If today's video helped you learn something valuable, we'd love to hear from you. Just leave a comment with the name of the cheese you're keeping or the one you're letting go. Even a single word helps others feel supported. And if this kind of thoughtful science-backed content matters to you, please tap the subscribe button. We're building a community of people who want to stay strong, independent, and well-informed through every stage of life. Taking care of yourself is never too late. Every meal you choose today becomes the foundation of your health tomorrow. You have more power than you think, and that power starts right there on your plate.